Woo! What's up, guys? It's Shrek, and this is the Dartstorm Belt Blaster by Primetime Toys. Now, this is a huge primary class blaster. It comes with 2 full drums that aren't really drums. It does feed from the belt, but it looks like a Gatling gun by the time it is all said and done. This front barrel attachment does absolutely exactly nothing, but hey, that's how it was designed. So it is also powered with 6 AA batteries, giving it all the current it needs to actuate the belt and power its flywheels. It appears that the flywheels are again that standard vertical flywheel setup, and we have a single trigger down here to start firing, which means that there's probably a switch somewhere. Now, unlike the Lightstorm command, this blaster is going to open up to accept its belt. You can see that just there. So let's go ahead and relinquish it from its cardboard prison, load it up, and do a quick firing demo for you. This is the flagship blaster. It's going to come in at about 30 United States dollars, and I mean, that's still like so incredibly cheap compared to other blasters' flagships that it's almost like, it's just nuts. It's nuts that a regular primary class blaster from Hasbro costs the same as the absolute powerhouse that Dart Zone is putting out. Let's take a look at it. So while the Draculina is loading up the 40-round chain over there, you guys can see the blaster has this handle here. Does not weigh a whole lot. Now, part of that is because Dart Zone's blasters are made of a slightly cheaper quality plastic, which makes them much lighter in weight. You can see this inner barrel spins freely, but doesn't really serve any function again. The flywheels you can see either from this direction or that direction are a standard vertical setup. Now, this is how you open it up to load it. These don't actually do anything. They're more of like troughs, whereas you can load one chain. There you go. You're kind of like tactical blindfold, I guess. So while it could be an infinity chain if you wanted to pin this together, it's really designed more to be emptied from one area into the other. So let's do a quick check here. And it is in fact going to rotate through that way, which means that we should lay the chain into one half of the drum, so to speak. Then lock this in like so. And then snap this back down to lock it into place. There's one handle out here if you want to really Rambo this blaster, and then there is the main trigger back here which actuates both the firing and, oh no, see, I've jammed it. If you kill it like that, sometimes the pusher will stay out. That is non-ideal, but it is what it is. So there we go. Now it is actually locked and ready to fire. It's claiming performance up to 90 feet. Let's see if we can't squeeze that out of it. However, once we turn it on, it will be firing. It will be loud. I do not like that it does not have the rev switch, as I feel that is slightly less efficient. However, there's really nothing we can do about it. So let's go ahead and turn it on and check performance. That's rather unfortunate. That is a jam immediately. Yikes. And it's stuck in there? I mean, they are honest reviews. I'm definitely not going to like edit that out for any reason, but that is very upsetting that it did not fire having been loaded, in my opinion, properly at least. Maybe I did something wrong, but let's try it one more time. There we go. And those are pretty erratic shots. Again, the rate of fire is not super duper high with these blasters, and the shots are honestly not getting 90 feet. This is probably, despite being the most expensive of the Dart Zone samples that were sent to me, my least favorite. It's creaky, it's bulky, I don't like that the chain can't be continuously topped off, and then this entire front end is just useless to me. Like, why would you put a giant faux barrel? Why would you increase the size of your packaging for no extra performance? I get that it makes it look slightly more Gatling-esque, but there's got to be a more efficient way to achieve that goal without just attaching a bunch of barrel drag onto the front of your blaster. It does look kind of cool, and it's the source of a lot of the orange on the blaster, but it's not my cup of tea. Let's fire it a little bit more and see if we can't get better performance. So it is certainly like superior to a stock Nerf flywheel blaster in the sense that it is breaking those 70-foot ranges. It is performing relatively consistently, but it's still just not ideal in my opinion. I think that this is the least exciting of the Dart Zone flywheel blasters. I definitely like the Light Command more, even if it only has half the capacity. I think that this chain in the Light Command could be very cool. Why not stick them both together, make a 60 round chain? But that is my review of the Dart Zone Dart Storm. It is their flagship blaster. It's definitely got plenty of capacity and reasonable performance. It's just not my ergonomic or aesthetic cup of tea. I really hate handles like this where they're completely vertical. I'd much rather it be at an angle, and then the trigger is all the way up at the front. It's kind of wonky holding your entire blaster's weight out in front of you. Like, I get that it's designed to be two-handed, but it's still just not my favorite. So that's my review. They are honest reviews. I am a big fan of the other 3 blasters that were sent to me from Dart Zone, but this one is not my absolute favorite, and I can't really find a situation where I would play with something like this practically in a war. Much love, Nerf on, Drek out.